Hi everyone. So I just woke up from a nap and I wanted to make a quick video. Hopefully, okay, I don't know how to record this. Does anyone know how to record? This is only the second time that I've done this. Let's see, record. Okay, how do we record? Stop broadcast, swipe. Okay, hopefully it just records. Okay, maybe someone could help me and tell me how to record, but so I just woke up from a nap, like I said, and well, I've been kind of laying in bed. It is really snowing outside. Let me show you this. So if you're tuning in, you probably live, it looks like already, but I live right next to the Pilot Butte, and it's just so beautiful and so gorgeous. Can't really see the snow falling, but it is, I promise. But I wanted to just share kind of some things that have been weighing heavy on my heart. So I was thinking about my life and like kind of reflecting since the year is coming to an end. And there's been a few like pivotal moments in this last year that I wanted to reflect on. And a lot of those weren't very like pretty moments, I guess you could say. So let me rewind a little bit. My name's Alexis Olson. You can add me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Lexi Ray Fitness, which is Lexirey Fitness. And I am a health and fitness coach, and I've been a coach for, this is my third year. I'm entering my third year as a business owner. And man, has it been really difficult. And I just had so much to learn to make this work, and I'm still learning a lot. But what I wanted to share most about is, let me rewind it to this spring. So I moved to Bend, Oregon, and I don't share this a lot on social media. So if you're watching this, then you get kind of an insider view on like what went down. But let me make sure I'm wearing a shirt. So I moved to Bend, Oregon for a man. You know, I was in a new relationship, and so I moved here for that reason. And I kind of had to take a look at my life, and I just remember sitting on the ground in my bedroom floor and just thinking, how did I get here? Like, how did I let myself get here? And I just found myself in, and it's really hard for me to share, but I found myself in an abusive relationship, not physically, but just emotionally, and it was really draining. And all the things that I wanted to avoid my entire life, all the things that I didn't want to become, I was like looking at my life and realizing that's exactly what was happening. And living out of friends' spare bedrooms, and you know, I quit my job some time ago. 2 years ago, I quit my job to pursue this like career in the fitness world, and I was working for a really large company, for a really large entertainment company in the movie industry, and I was doing tech support for them. And all of a sudden, I found myself in a town that I knew nobody, and I was in an abusive relationship, living out of friends' spare bedrooms, and all I could think about was, how did I let this happen? How did I let this happen? Like, this could not be my life. I had so many goals. I'm so much smarter than this. No, I was not a film director. Sorry, that was really close. And yeah, it was just like super rough for me. But I decided to just reinvest in my goals and really assess like how hard I had or hadn't been working. And so if you have ever had to do that in your life, give yourself a break, I guess. Well, I'm kind of rambling now. But I think a lot of people have these big dreams, and it's really hard, especially on social media, to see everyone's like dream life and see how successful they are. And it's hard to see yourself being that or becoming that. And I think the best thing that you can do is to just be true to yourself and be yourself. And I have to remind myself of that every single day, that you can't model success, as much as they like to say that, and that's floating around the personal development world. Okay. Some weird comments. But you can't model what you want for you can't model success. You can only study it. And you're the only one that can create your dream life. You're the only one that can go after what you want. And if you're just doing something to appease someone, or just going to school because your parents told you that's what you should do, or you're in a relationship because you're fearful to leave, or you're fearful to support, that you'll be able to support yourself, I guess I want people to know that, the minute you admit that something is like shitty or not going your way is the minute the universe will kind of deliver you a how, or like a way out. And I'm really grateful for my life today. I have 10 months of sobriety, and in 2015 I decided to get sober, and it was really hard. It took more than one attempt. It took many attempts. And so yeah, I'm really grateful for my sobriety today, and for me being so tenacious and not giving up on that, despite how many times I had failed and relapsed, and how many people I still lose to addiction, old friends and stuff. So that happened. I moved a couple of times to different houses, different friends' spare bedrooms, like I said. And I also traveled a ton this year. Like, I traveled so much, and I'm really grateful for that. And one of my New Year's resolutions is to actually not travel so much, because I'm trying to save more money. But I I really have a nomadic spirit, and the wanderlust thing definitely has hit me hard. I think I went to like 10 or 12 different cities this last year, and it was really cool to not have to like take time off from like my job and just be able to go do it and still get paid while I was traveling. And being able to work from anywhere is such a blessing, and I just think it's so rad. But it's not easy, and I don't know. I don't know, like I said, I don't know really how I ended up in Bend, Oregon, but I really love it here, and it's gorgeous. And so I'll be moving across the country soon, and I'm just going to miss everybody here and miss the snow, because I'm not going to have winters like this where I'm moving, or much of 4 seasons at all. And I'm kind of in like the summer mode right now, because I just got back from Florida, and it was amazing. If you want to check out some of the things that I did in Florida, I encourage you, because it was pretty dope. And you could do that on my Facebook. My Facebook is facebook.com/ oh my god, Lexi West Coast. Sorry, I just got some ridiculous comments. But yeah, I don't really know what people use Periscope for, aside to talk to people or share like tips and stuff. I've watched a few Periscopes that have been really helpful to me. But yeah, I used to not be, another thing that's changed a lot this year, since we're talking about that, is I used to have a really hard time to feel grateful for things. I was always that person who was just trying to manipulate other people, and, coming from being a drug addict, that's all I knew, is like how to get, and not how to give, and not how to care about people, including myself. And so this year I really learned how to do that, and how to feel gratitude, and it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. And I started a new thing where even if I don't feel like I have a lot to be grateful for, I just start thinking of everything that I have going on in my life, and I'm like, you know what? I'm grateful for that, or like, fuck that bill, I'm super grateful for that, or, like anything that I can, even if it's super negative, I'm like, I'll just say in my head, like, I'm so glad that's happening to me, or happening for me, and I'm really grateful it's going on, because most of the time, it's what's gonna happen, even if it's a shitty situation, you're gonna learn from it, you're gonna be stronger from it, you're gonna have to you're probably gonna have to change a little bit to like overcome it, which is gonna make you stronger. So why not be grateful for it now and celebrate it now? Like, I don't understand. So I've been trying to do that. And what else did I do this year? I went to a really big personal development seminar in Los Angeles, and that was fucking amazing. And it was really, really brutal. And I encourage everyone who wants to make like a huge major life change and to get to like a personal development seminar. And I had no idea what those were. It took me like 2 years to even think about going to one. And my coach, I have like a life coach, suggested that I go to one, and I'm so glad that she did. If you guys haven't heard of Tony Robbins, you should look him up. He's amazing. But what he did, I don't know if you guys want to hear what he did, but I'll just share like the thing was 4 days long, and we were in a room, like a warehouse of 10,000 different people from 60 different countries. And one of the workshops that we did was, there was a whole day on limiting beliefs, and we worked through our limiting beliefs, and we basically like got rid of them. And it was so interesting, and I love talking about this, especially during Christmas, because the whole idea of it was around, is it A Christmas Story or A Christmas Carol? Or a ghost, the Ghost of Christmas Past, like that movie, that Christmas movie. So the whole thing was around that. And what we did, it was so interesting. So we wrote down our limiting beliefs, like the things that we believed about ourselves that were holding us back in some way, shape, or form. And so for me, for example, Christmas Carol, thank you. For me, like some of the things that are holding me back were like, I'm too young to be successful, or I'm not pretty enough to make an impact on social media, or just really, I know it sounds so petty, or I'm not thin enough to be in the fitness industry. Just like all of these things were like my limiting beliefs, and they were so subconscious that and you might not even realize what your limiting beliefs are. And the thing that's so fucked up about it is that a lot of the times the beliefs that you've developed about the world or about yourself aren't even your own. They're things that people have projected onto you, and like your parents, or the way that your mom's anxiety around food, like a lot of the times it's not even your own choice. And what we did is we like kind of dug really deep, and we wrote down all of our limiting beliefs, and then we went through like this meditation. Think about it, 10,000 people in a room meditating on, basically we started from our past, and he made us feel like an immense amount of pain for all the things that we had done, all the things because of like these beliefs. So like, what have I missed out on? Who have I hurt because I believe these things about myself? Like in my job is all about helping people. And so like for me to think that like I'm not good enough to be on social media, or that I'm not thin enough to like help other people lose weight, like who have I lost because I've had that subconscious belief? Even though it's not always there, it always was in the back of my head. And so going through that, he took us through the past, and this is what A Christmas Carol does, right? With Scrooge, he takes him through his past, shows him why he has these beliefs and this hatred towards Christmas and people, and he's really a hateful person all year round. But what the Ghost of Christmas did was he like took him through that and showed him why he had become the way he was, and then took him through the present. And or what he did is what did he do next? They slingshot him into the future. So the Ghost of Christmas Past was like, yo, if you keep doing these things, this is what your life's going to look like. This is when you're going to die. This is who you're going to hurt. This is what you're going to miss out on. And so that's what Tony did with us. He was like, who are you going to, like, close your eyes, like, who are you? It was so intense, you guys. Like, they made the kids leave the room and everything. And they're like, what are you going to miss out on, in my head, I'm picturing myself, like, still broke, still unhappy, still, like, still, like, stuck in my business, and still not helping people because I'm so stuck in my damn head. And it was so amazing, because then he was, like, made us feel this immense amount of pain and, like, magnified it. And then he was like, okay, open your eyes. And he's like, and then he'd go, do you really want to change? And we were all like, because we're like in this trance, and so we're all like, yes, I want to change, like crazy. People are like freaking out, and I'm like doing it too. And I'm like, yes, no. And he's like, I don't really think you want to. And everyone's like, no, we do, we don't want to stay the same. And it was so cool. And it was so amazing just to have that energy of everyone around us. And so that's what we did. And then what we did is we rewrote our limiting beliefs to what the truth was. And the truth was, and this goes for you too, that you are good enough, that you are pretty enough, that your age, that, you know what, thank God you are the age that you are, because you have, you have an advantage. You know certain things that certain people don't. You were brought up in a time where other people might not know and have the skills that you have to offer and bring to the world. Like, thank God that, you're choosing to do this at this age. You have so much to offer and you can be successful. And what was my other thing? Just saying that, hi, I used to live in Montana. And just saying things like, I am in shape enough. My story will inspire people. I don't have to be perfect. And that's what makes me so unique, is that I'm not perfect. And, so just rewriting what our truths were. And I can tell you to this day that I don't have those limiting beliefs. Like, there's nothing that I can't do, because I hold the power to everything. And I'm confident. And that's, not very common. It's not very common. And I used to live in Stevensville, right outside of Missoula. But, so I just want to encourage everyone who might have had a rough year, or, I'm not going to show my tits. That would be inappropriate. To just keep going, and to don't back away from your goals just because someone doesn't believe in you anymore. Like, my family kind of stopped believing in me because they're like, where's the money at? Like, you're still, I still don't see these things happening. And it's like, being an entrepreneur takes time, and people are willing to invest like 40 years of their life to live paycheck to paycheck. And then some people think it's crazy that an entrepreneur would spend, 2 to 5 years to build their dream life and build a 6-figure income. Is that not wild to you? Because that's pretty wild to me. I don't mind wasting, it's not wasting. I don't mind investing 5 years in myself, into a business I don't have to take a vacation from, in a business where I can get up and leave and get on a plane and go anywhere in the world that I want. Like, how fucking cool is that? How cool is that? And be able to support my loved ones, and be able to retire my husband from his corporate job, and be able to replace his income, not just mine. Like, what amazing goals those are. And you can get that. Like, trust me, I was a drug addict before this. I had 0 friends. I had 0 network. I had 0 skills in everything, and no business skills, no people skills. I didn't even know how to feel. So I was really screwed up. But if you're thinking about entrepreneurship, I'd say go for it. It's the time to do that. Business is the strongest thing in the world right now, and our economy is changing. Jobs exist today that didn't exist before, and I think most people are intrigued by wealth, and one thing that I learned about wealth is that you should have multiple streams of income. So even if you don't want to be an entrepreneur full-time because you don't know about it or whatever, then work your job and build a business on the side. And I encourage you to team up with a company that doesn't make you pay a lot of money to start with it, and doesn't make you buy a lot of products or invest a ton in it with little overhead. That way, if you fail, you could keep failing forward and you didn't lose a bunch. Yeah. And the company that I work with, there was no overhead to start. All you had to do was buy your fitness program and invest in yourself and work on your fitness journey and get results. And that was the only investment that you had. So yeah, do your research, and it has to be something that you believe in 100%, because if you don't believe in it, and if you can't go all in, then no one's going to be behind your vision either. So make sure that you're really all about whatever it is you're doing, and not half-assing anything, because people can feel that, and energy is super powerful. But it's time for me to go ahead and work out. If you guys want to learn more about starting your own business, how to be successful, I've done everything wrong twice. So I'm really a great person to learn from, because I can help people cut corners and see success way faster than I did. My email is Alexis Olson, OLSON, fitness @gmail.com. And that's Alexis Olson Fitness periscope@gmail.com. If you want to email me, go ahead and email me. And I'd love to give you some details about being an entrepreneur or losing weight or just feeling better about yourself. So, yeah, talk to you then. Bye.